Hi, I'm going to read you a story today called Malia's Quilt. It's by Marilyn Sprink and Barbara Gunn and illustrated by Susan Jerd. Remember, the person who writes the story is the author, and the person who draws the story's pictures is the illustrator. So it's Malia and her grandma. One day when Malia was 5, her mother said, "Malia, Tutu isn't well. She's going to come live with us." That night, Malia's mother and father brought another bed into Malia's small bedroom. The dresser and Malia's goldfish were moved into the hallway. Tutu arrived the next day. She was very quiet. This made Malia concerned. Tutu slept all day and all night for many days. Malia's mother told her, "Tutu is very tired." Slowly, Tutu's smile started to come back. Then one day, when Malia got home from school, she heard Tutu's gentle laugh. Tutu was on the lanai, watching the small birds. This made Malia happy. Not long after that, Tutu began making a quilt. She sat in the kitchen at the kitchen table, snip, snip, snip. Then Tutu and Malia's mother stretched a big piece of white cloth across the quilting frame in the living room. The little apartment got even smaller. Sometimes Malia and her friends would play under the quilting frame. It made a perfect tent. Day after day, Tutu stitched, and stitched. Every day after school, Malia would ask, "How many stitches did you make today?" Then Malia would sing her counting songs. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little stitches, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little stitches, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little stitches, 10 little stitches in the quilt. Some days when Malia asked, "How many stitches today?" Tutu and Malia would look at the quilt and say, "Many, too many to count." Then they would laugh. Gradually, the little smile wrinkles around Tutu's eyes came back. Malia could tell her grandmother felt better. Tutu laughed when the wind made coconuts fall from the trees, and she laughed when Malia gave her a hug. Every day there were more stitches in the quilt, hundreds and hundreds of stitches. Then one day the quilt was done. Malia thought it was the most beautiful thing she had ever seen. Tutu just smiled. They carefully folded the quilt and put it at the end of Tutu's bed. Not long after that, Uncle Kai came to get Tutu. It was time for grandmother to go home. Tutu hugged Malia goodbye. Malia sat quietly on her bed that night. Something didn't feel right. The room was empty. Malia's mother came in and sat down next to her. She had a package wrapped in brown paper. Malia's mother said, "Tutu left something for you." Malia pulled the string that was around the package. The brown paper fell off. What do you think was in that package? It was the quilt. Malia hugged the beautiful quilt. Her mother said, "There's a note, Malia. I'll read it to you." It said, "Dear Malia, this Quilt will keep your room full of love. Remember, I will see you on Saturday. Mahalo, Tutu. That night, Malia dreamed of hunting for Ophi on the beach while Tutu watched and smiled. And that is the end of our story for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it.